Good morning, everybody. I'm Laurent Chevalier from Maison Fessy. I work for the Maison. I joined the Maison Fessy in 2009 for perhaps the best vintage of Beaujolais from the last century. And before, I worked for different company in south of France, for Listel company doing a lot of rosé wine, and also I worked 5 years for another company in southwest doing more white wine. And now I'm in the Beaujolais and working for Fessy and trying to do the best Beaujolais wine we can. So I will try to explain shortly, quickly, what is Beaujolais, what is Maison Fessy, and what we would like to do and what we are trying to do with this wine. Beaujolais region is not really well known. The name is well known, but a lot of people doesn't realize what is Beaujolais. Beaujolais is just south to Burgundy and very close to Lyon city, the main city in France for gastronomy, and the wine of Beaujolais were well known during a lot of years. For example, Louis Fabrice Latour told me when I arrived in Fessy that 40 years ago, 50 years ago, the cru du Beaujolais like Moulin à Vent, Fleury were as known and as reputed than a Pomard or another village from Burgundy. And the price of this kind of cru were also very high compared to today. Some word about Beaujolais. Beaujolais region, you have two main parts. The north of Beaujolais, very hilly, but only granite and schist soil. And this part is the part of the cru, the 10 cru du Beaujolais. And the southern part of Beaujolais, it's a little bit more limestone soil, like a little bit like a Burgundian soil. And in this part you have only Beaujolais, single Beaujolais wine. And the Beaujolais village appellation is the border between Beaujolais and cru, to simplify. It's so the climate of Beaujolais is very close to Burgundian climate. We are in the middle of the France, so it's not the hot weather of south of France. And it's not the cool weather of Champagne, for example. So we are in the middle of the France, temperate climate, not too many rain, but for me very equilibrated climate. And the grape we are producing, I don't speak about the grape, it's Gamay grape. In Beaujolais you have 100% of the grapes, it's Gamay grapes. And we're doing the wine from Gamay. And it's a good climate and a good balance for this kind of grape. So we are producing usually very fruity wine, a lot of red fruit, cherry taste in the wine, and also very not too heavy wine. We used to say it's easy to drink wine, not in the bad way, not simple wine, but easy to drink wine, not low in alcohol, very fruity, crispy. You can cool a little bit the bottle between to serve it. And this kind of wine is really easy to drink for an aperitif, for example, or with plenty of different kind of food. So, some people said with Chinese food a little bit spicy, you can have this kind of wine. But I also like to have, for example, a Fleury, a little bit more complex wine with a meat, a red meat. So it's plenty of food you can use with this kind of wine. I can't speak a little bit more of the region. Maison Fessy is a very old maison, started in 1888, and it was always a family estate. very interested in the quality of the wine. They always had a part of vineyard, and they wanted to produce the best quality wine they can. So to produce a very good quality wine, it's very important to control the wine growing, the wine making, and after that the bottling and the selling for sure. So I joined the company in 2009, just after Maison Latour from Burgundy, another very big family maison, bought the company Fessy in 2008. So I just arrived to succeed after Henri Fessy, well known for his moustache, his big moustache. And I tried to continue in the same way to keep the good quality of the wine. Maison Fessy was well known in France, mostly in Paris, because Henri spent a lot of time in Paris to sell wine, but we were a little less known on the export market, and so we wanted to combine the strongness of Maison Latour on the export market and the quality of the wine well known in France from Maison Fessy. Last year we increased a lot the size of the vineyard, and we start to work 18 hectares of Château de la Bourron. It's a well-known chateau just near Fleury village, and we were doing the wine from 2 years in Fleury. The 2011 was our first vintage, and we are very happy with the quality. What we are doing with this wine is to try to have a flagship wine. We would like to be recognized with Maison Fessy as the best or one of the best quality company in Beaujolais. We're trying, it's our aim, and we're doing all the work we can to succeed in this direction, and it's for sure very, very hard. We have some very nice competitors producing also good wine, and we would like to be known everywhere with our quality wine. So we are trying to do the best, and the main particularity from La Bourron wine is always we were trying to keep the fruit, the fresh fruit, to respect the grapes during the wine growing, wine making. And so we decided all the last year to use no oak for the aging of the wine, to keep the fresh fruit and not to get some other taste in the wine. And historically, Château de la Bourron, they used big barrels, we call that foudre, to get a little bit a hint of oak in the wine. And we decided to keep this particularity, to keep the same terroir expression of the wine, and to keep this way to do the wine. So for us, it's a new way to age a wine in Beaujolais, to put a little bit oak inside. But we don't want to hide the fruit of the wine, so we use very small quantity of wood to get a little bit more complexity in the wine, but to keep the fresh fruit, we think is the main characteristic of the Beaujolais wine and the cru du Beaujolais wine. So I spoke a lot, and I don't know if I was clear enough. I could speak during hours about the wine making. I don't speak, for example, about the way to prune the vine. People visiting for the first time Beaujolais were very surprised to find the gobelet pruning way. It's a very old way to prune the vines, and you have it's very small pied de vigne, cep de vigne, and we are trying to get something like, we call that a gobelet, like a goblet to drink, because you have 3, 4, 5 arms, it depends of the vines, and the grapes are very, very near the soil. Now the wine growing is changing a little bit, and you will see in Beaujolais as well some excuse me So, and you can see some people trying to put the vines on wires, a little bit more like Burgundian are doing the wine growing. But this old way was very good for the quality. You had a very high density of vines, 10,000 vines per hectare, and so you have a lot of a good concentration of the grapes because of the high density. And also we have the average age of the vineyard in Beaujolais is 50 years old, between 40, 45 to 50, 55 years old, I think. And so you have the old vineyard, high density, and the 3 and 4 last vintage. I did in Beaujolais. We were very lucky with the quality of the vintage, and we have very not very concentrate wine, but very fruity wine as well. And I think you have to try to be convinced about the quality of the wine of the region. We can stop a little bit.
You're
I go a little bit.
You're fine. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.